Ugh. Am I looking at that? Where's the... Oh, there you are. Hey guys, it's me, Azrich, back. Just got done with a run today. I'm hoping you all are out there doing the same, keeping up. Cover some New Orleans Spartan history on the Facebook page. You might want to go check that out. Little thing about the Constitution I found interesting. I mean, they have a huge, pretty big Constitution, and I keep on looking over at the screen, even though you're the camera, you're the screen, you're the camera, you're the screen. Oh, I look so fat when I'm sitting. I look fat when I'm standing. That's okay. I'm working on it. Tomorrow, found some things on YouTube about some actual training they do for the Spartan race. I thought that'd be fun to kind of make up my own little way of doing about the same thing you are, but at a much lower level. Help keep the cardio up. Still doing cardio. Well, trying. After that run last week, I was pretty much floored for the rest. I didn't have any time to visit, work, and then we had a local fair in town here, so that was fun. Yeah. Got to see my Bengals lose yesterday. That was fun. So working out, still working the arms. I did do a lot of arm exercises last week since my legs were still hurting. Felt pretty good this morning, so I went for another run. Tomorrow morning, like I said, I'll have another training thing set up. I'll let you guys see. See what you think about it. Try to get everybody who's like me, warriors, geeks, into shape. Still going. One thing I do want to say real quick is I think you all, excuse me, you all need to, there's a mindset you have to get in, is that you won't be defeated, that you are the master of your world. You have to make the choice to start working out and to start living healthier. Start eating breakfast, very important. Start eating breakfast. I had not really eaten breakfast aside from early morning trips, which I'd have to assume is even worse for you because you're not moving, until I started working out. I lost some weight. I'm getting in shape. Funny story. I'll get to that here in a second. But make the choice to start being healthier. It's all you can do. Make that choice. Start eating in the morning. I promised myself I wouldn't. So my funny story, I was coming home from work Friday night, and it was late, and I was wearing a wife beater because I always wear an undershirt under my clothes. For you guys who know me, for you guys who do know me, you know where I work. I work in a pretty hot kitchen, and that was a pretty long day that day. Well, anyway, I was coming home. I was driving my SUV home, and I had my hands, you guys, I'm sure I'm not the only person who drives with a fully extended arm, and I got an itch, and I started scratching it, and I felt a lump there, and I was like, is that a lump? Did I somehow get bruised? And I followed it down, and I'm actually getting definition. I know, right? Crazy. I mean, it's very little. It's almost pathetic how proud I am of this little bit of muscle starting to protrude from right under my shoulders, right out of the bicep. But I'm taking it as a victory. I'm taking it as I started out 7 weeks ago now. I think was it 7 weeks. I have to check my timeline. I'm horrible with time. I am. I'm just horrible at it. So I have to keep everything logged in my little iPad, which you guys are watching me on right now. That thing. But I've always wanted to be in shape. You guys who have followed me, or who have even looked at this page once know I'm a geek. I love video games. I love Magic the Gathering. I played that when I was in high school all the time. I remember one time a buddy of mine, or I got an after school detention, which was sitting in the library for an hour. So my buddy stopped by and we played Magic the Gathering for an hour. That was detention. Wow, I learned my lesson from that punishment, didn't I? Video games I've been playing since the You know, I had an Atari 2600. You know, my family, we're not a wealthy family. You know, I had an Atari 2600. Then I had a ColecoVision, for those of you who, you know, remember Coleco. Then later on, my dad bought a Nintendo for his house. And hours upon hours spending playing Legend of Zelda. Um, you know, I still remember almost all the hidden passages on the map because I played it so much. You know, then my mom got a secondhand Sega Genesis, Streets of Rage. Oh, Streets of Rage 2. I got one later, actually, on a compilation Sega CD for my Xbox. I played one, but I think I played it before that, but I'm not 100% on that. But yeah, Streets of Rage 2, and then Streets of Rage 3, Golden Axe, and the X-Men at the arcades, you know. A lot of kids nowadays, I've noticed a lot of kids nowadays don't really remember arcade games. For those of you who know what a Kroger is I live in an area where there are no Krogers. We have Giant Eagles. So that tells you Kroger equals Giant Eagle, just so you guys know. It's not the same business, but it's the same basic thing. My mom used to go to Kroger, and she knew she could just stop me off right at the front because they're right there. It was like the golden glory, you know, the whole. Yeah, you didn't mind going grocery shopping with your mom back then because there it was on the stand, Super Street Fighter 2. Or Street Fighter 2, I'm sorry, I think it was just the first Street Fighter 2. So you got to watch Ryu and Dhalsim. Kids would be banging their quarters on that, and you'd be playing them, and you know, some kids would teach you the tricks like Blanca's electric attack. I had to be taught that because I didn't know it, you know, and then they'd show you Ryu's move and M. Bison's move, and, you know, a lot of kids don't get that anymore, you know. It's all console gaming at home. One of the places I like to go here in Ohio is actually up toward, it's called Geneva on the lake. Yeah, old school New Jersey type boardwalk area, and they have arcades there, you know. And I'm happy that they're still making these arcade games. So if you guys have an arcade game, you know, anywhere near you at the mall, I remember they used to have them at the mall. I don't know if they have them there anymore. The mall up here that I live doesn't have one, but you know, I remember there was one when we went down to Disney earlier this year. They had an arcade in the hotel, which was kind of cool, but they didn't have a lot of good games there. But it's a Disney hotel, so what are you gonna do, right? Yeah, so I mean, and that's where I get a lot of, you know, my mind for Warriors is I look at all the games I've played over the years and how much they meant. You know, I have a really bad addiction to Dynasty Warriors. You know, and anybody who plays Dynasty Warriors knows the keys. You know, X X X X X X X X Y or X X X X. You know, and or actually, I'm sorry, that's for the Xbox, so it's A B B B B B A B A B A B A B Y, and you just kill dozens of things. And you know, when I'm having a bad day, that's what I do. I go in and I kill. Well, I play Warriors Orochi 3 right now, so I kill thousands of demons and offspring and what traitorous humanoids trying to kill me and all that other stuff, you know. And I think that Warrior's always been with me. You know, even far back as one of my earliest memories is playing with Legos, and we had the little Forester Legos. You know, I'm not sure if how many people actually remember the Foresters, but I do. And they were like Robin Hood back then, and I fell in love with the Robin Hood theme. And even Kevin Costner's movie, you know, it wasn't that bad, even though for some reason he wasn't speaking the King's English. You know, and I think that Warrior Drive kind of led through me and led to, you know, kind of my interior code of honor that I follow as best as anybody can, their own moral compass. Now, sorry, I'm delving into more of the spiritual side, and I just got done with my run, but yeah, and part of my moral compass is to push myself constantly, do more, do better. Um, I'm sure some of you guys are out there. Yeah, as far as I can see, nobody's viewed any of my videos yet, and that's fine. You know, I'll just keep these for me. You know, but if anybody does start watching, if you're seeing me, Azrich Black, I have a page on Facebook called Warrior Geeks Unite. It's all about geeks getting fit, staying mind and body. You know, learning a little bit about warriors throughout the age. I think I mentioned that in every video. Still don't have a hand sign. Haven't come up with one. Haven't thought about it. But yeah, I'm pushing myself even now. I'm taking a free online class about physics. It's actually called um, from from today to the black hole, or to the Big Bang. From today to the Big Bang, and we're entering our second week of that, and it's lectures from a professor who's just teaching for free. There is homework involved, weekly homework. I constantly push yourself to be better. You know, I, here in the United States right now, I don't want to get into that. Let's just say I'm not happy, and my inside warrior is going crazy lately. He's going nuts, and he's starting to come out in front of me, on top of me, and you know, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm a little scared for the future, but I think we all need to be. In a way, I'm not trying to get anybody on any political. Whatever you believe, that's fine. I don't care. I just know that I'm a little scared, and it's got my inner warrior really going to town. So, but constantly go out there, push yourself, even if nothing's going to come. I don't care if a zombie apocalypse happens or not. Be ready for it. And most of that is physical. Uh, Zombieland, rule number 1, cardio. You guys know what I'm talking about with the circle and cardio right in the middle, right? Okay, if not, watch Zombieland. Very good movie. Very funny, and I actually find it to be the most realistic of most zombie movies in the way the characters are. Not the zombies themselves, not the world, but the characters themselves. I can see that a lot more than I can see other zombie movies. Of course, this is much later when they've had time to adapt. Less Walking Dead, more, I don't know, real life, I guess you could say, for the zombies in that situation. I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point, but okay, I'm going to finish this up now. Warrior Geeks Unite on Facebook. Check us out. Got the page up. If you want to join, that's great. I post things pretty much every day, multiple times a day. Today's second week of Spartan September. 2 weeks left. Tomorrow we're going to be covering training of a Spartan. And I talk about the Agogi, or the Agogu, or the whatever it's called. Check it out. All right. Warrior Geeks Unite. Live long and prosper. I'm out.